Hello, hello, every Wednesday, every week, live at 5 p.m. Kenya time, 9 a.m. New York time. What time does the show happen in your city? Please look it up. You can just put in my city and it'll tell you what time the show will be wherever it is that you live. I want to say greetings to you, and also to you, wonderful Wednesday. Our theme on Queen Mother Speaks is recommitting to good health as the foundation on which to build a life, a community, an economy. Do me in 2023. All right. And the theme that we're going with this time is really about feeling good about yourself and doing things to help take care of yourself. Like things important to you, like your self esteem and your self image. So we're saying to you, as you're still in the very beginning of a new year, it's not too late to recommit. Not too late at all for you to. Oh, I got another bell going off over here. We invite you to hit the like, share, and comment button. Reach out to your friends and let them know that we're on the air. You can send them to facebook.com/Queen Mother Speaks, and they'll pick up this show right now live stream through Facebook. We acknowledge and we want to thank our co-host, Nana Efua Adesina, who is on holiday or out at the time. She's taking time off. And our in studio co host right now is Rakaya. Rakaya, Coach Rakaya. Shout outs to our viewing audience in Florida. Hello to Kathy King, Rosemary Johnson, Jennifer and Solomon Sosu, Nana and Jackie Miners. To our social media followers, thank you so much. Otanchi Vince, Robert Daniels, Eunice Gakuha, Anita Dean, and King Fahad. Tell me, tell me, Coach, tell us.
Greetings, blessings, and salutations to everyone. What a great day it is, evening or afternoon. I am Coach Bokaya. Thank you, audience, for being here. We really appreciate you coming to join us and share your personal story with us. And we hope that everyone will benefit from it as well as you. For we also know that when we speak about something that has been committed against us, it heals ourselves also. Thank you, all of those who are signing in.
Oh, okay, she went completely out, but we're going to continue with the show. I'm sure as time allows, she will get herself back in. Okay, so right now we're going to go ahead and bring in all the guests in the studio so we can see who's here. All right, that's the layout I was looking for. All right, so now, welcome to Queen Mother Speaks. Please give us your name, where you're from, and tell us something about yourself. Anybody can go first.
Ladies
Okay,
first.
sure, ladies first. Okay, my name
You're
is
gonna go first?
Mercy Jero.
Okay.
My name is Mercy Jero. I am born and raised in eastern part of Kenya, in a small village. I am a mother of
Mhm.
one son, and I am married. My favorite color is blue, and
Okay.
I love traveling so much.
Ah, okay.
I want to give a
Me
shout out to
too.
my dad. I hope he can be able to access the internet, but he can't. But I had given
Oh,
my sister a link to connect. Until now, I want to believe that they are watching me. I want to give a shout out to them, and I want to say hi to them. To my friends, also those that are watching me, I want to say hi to them, and to our audience. Thank you.
all right. All right.
Hello. Good
Sir?
morning. Good morning from your side. Good evening in East Africa. Uh, My name's Moses Pius. Born in Kenya around 30 plus years ago. So I've been raised in a small town, 60 kilometers around there from the capital city called Machakos. Been raised there all my life, all my education.
Okay.
But in during college time, I had to move to the city so that I can access a good college.
Mm-hmm.
I love water. So anywhere there's water, I'll just sit there and just
You
listen
love
to the
what?
waves in the water. I love water, the
Water,
ocean,
water.
Ah,
dam. Yeah,
you
I
love
just love
water.
listening to the sound of water when the breeze is just blowing. Just eases me off. I just love
All
that,
right.
and apart from
Okay.
that, I love clothes. I love good clothes. The more they're expensive, I love good things. Good clothes, I'm in for it. Yeah, hope the
Very
show will
good.
go
Very good.
fine and you'll get to know me more.
Very well.
Shout
We
out to
look
my
forward to
friend Irungu
interviewing you.
Anganga. Shout
Ah,
out to my
so if
friend
your
Irungu
friends are tuning
Anganga.
in, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Irungu Anganga.
If they're
I
tuning
sent
in,
him the link.
yeah,
Hope they are
and you
tuned
gave
in.
them Queen, you gave them
Yeah, yeah,
Facebook.com/Queen Mother Speaks, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, we look forward to hearing from
I hope
them.
they are tuned in.
And when we do, tell them to please feel free enough to post. They can post something if they like. Okay,
Okay.
Rakaya, you want to pick up from here? Do you have your script?
Okay. Rakia, did we do the meditation yet?
No, we haven't gotten there
Queen?
yet.
No.
We haven't gotten
Oh,
there yet.
No.
So you want
okay,
to start
okay,
from
okay.
we enter into a new month. You see that part? We enter into a new month.
Just a moment. Give me a second.
Is in the greeting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, we enter into new
Let's
month
go ahead.
March, the time of the year when animals start waking up from hibernation. The name for March comes from Mars, the Roman god of war. Drum roll. Welcome to Women's Month. I invite you to get relaxed and ready for this awesome show. Hit that like button, share your comments. If this is your first time tuning in, we thank you so very much for being here. We have men, women, for women and youth having very unique, innovative projects and transformative works, plus special edition shows like today's tribute. Just stay right here. Go to our page. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and guests you would like to see to come on the show. And if you are interested on sharing your story, a woman's story this month, kindly inbox Queen Dashanaba or myself or Queen Teresa Nana Kempt. She would forward the message to us. I know that I've spoken to some of you, Fetty Red and Aisha Good, Aisha Haygood. You have your dates. So I hope to see you on Queen Mother Speak Women's Month, sharing your stories, your unique stories. Facebook dash.com/Queen Mother Speaks and Facebook.com author Teresa R. Kemp. Miraculous March. Blessings to all our faithful fans out of Atlanta. Lady Mo, Queen Dashanaba's sister, we salute you. Thank you for supporting us. Abimbola, Tina Jones, Ernestine, Carmen, Michelle, Sass, my buddies from Hillside. I love you. Stephanie, Melissa, another drum roll, please. Happy birthday, Queen Mother! Back to you. Back to you.
All right. Thank you. It's something for all of us who get to live. We also get to have a birthday. And today is the day that is known as my day on earth. And I celebrate the entire month. I can't do
Happy
everything
birthday
in one
to
day.
ya.
I don't know about you. I can't get it all done
Happy
in one day.
birthday
So
to
I
you.
celebrate for the entire month. Feel free. You can take me to lunch. You can take me to breakfast. We can come and go for a walk. We can pray. We can fast. We can meditate. We can talk. I know how to make a coffee very well. We'll get a Kenyan over to make you some wonderful Kenyan tea. I don't know how to make it the way they make it. I'm telling you, in Kenya, they cook tea. I ain't lying to you. I'm not lying. I promise you. They cook tea in Kenya, and it is very, very, very good. I have one birthday gift that I would like to share with you. Rakai, I don't know if you can read it. What Lady Mo sent. It's on your WhatsApp.
Yeah, just a moment.
I don't know
In this,
if
hold
you
on.
can get it. While she's looking for that,
No, I
we have
didn't
a special
see.
gift sent to us.
No, I didn't see that.
Pardon?
The gift.
Okay, so then I will go ahead and read. It's a tribute. I took the time to send us a tribute today, and I'm very happy about that. Okay, let's go here for Malcolm. Well, let's try it again. Okay, that's not the one we want. Ooh, we'll come back for tuning in. I know that having a birthday means that we are alive. And with every breath that we take, we're breathing in the breath of life. And today, the breath of life. I want you to know that we kicked off our birthday last night at a Black History Month event. Yesterday, February, the last day of February, was the last day of kicked it off last night during the Women's History Month. Okay. Um, what I want to tell you about March is that March babies are said to be happy and optimistic. They'll either be a Pisces or an Aries in terms of their star sign. Aries are said to be fiery and passionate. So a happy birthday shout out from Queen Mother Speaks to all of our viewers, past, present, past viewers, present viewers. Happy birthday to you if you have a birthday in the month of March. And if you have friends who have birthdays in the month of March, give a shout out to your friend who's having a birthday. Okay, from the West Coast, USA, I'd like to thank our fans for your early rising. You know, to watch this show. So I like to extend to them a shout out for doing that. Queen Mother's just so happy to have you be here and be a part of the show. All right. So I want to give that shout out going to some Kia tuning in from Hawaii, Ernestine M. Pingo, Councilman Farrell, Red, Adisai Kwashi, tuning in from Los Angeles, California, and Tashmia, Nyla, Hakika, and Samantha from San Francisco, California. So tell me, who's rocking it in your world right now? Who's really got something going on in your world? Send us the names of guests who you would like to see on the show, okay, and we'll take it from there. I want to remind you to continue to wash your hands, even though they say the pandemic is gone. Washing your hands, that's still a good thing. Don't you agree? So Queen Mother want to remind you to
Yeah.
continue to do that and to let you know that this very show is a very safe space for your expressions. So please come to us, have the conversation. We're here to have a conversation with you. I want to give a shout out to the Honorable Margaret Tolley on her new appointment here in Kenya. Hello to Shreya, Rosamwara, Anju, Jay Mwangi, Parita, Rose Okala, Maurice Obuya, and Estelle, all people from Kenya tuning into the Queen Mother Speak show. To our guests in the house today who have people tuning in, as soon as they put something in the chat box, we'll let you know. All right? And I'm sure that they will. Okay, so what is Queen Mother Speaks? It's really a community platform where we deal with issues that matter. We have conversations that will inform you, ignite you. Um, Hopefully, we have conversations that will also help you to understand other things going on in life. We hope to have conversations that will make you laugh. We have to have conversations to talk to you about expatriating to Africa. And by the way, that is one of the founding principles of this show to speak about expatriates and what you need to do if you want to expatriate from where you are to Africa, any part in Africa. Those are the types of things that we do on the Queen Mother Speak show. We also have a wonderful meditation. We do breathing, okay, and we have a reflective reading. We will be doing all of that today. Okay, so from the Art of Living Institute, we had an online breathing session maybe a couple of years ago now, which we now incorporate totally into the Queen Mother Speak show. So right now we're going to go into what we're calling our meditation session, this part of the show. Okay, and then the meditation, I get to, excuse me, achoo, achoo, excuse me. Oh, excuse me,
Sorry.
excuse me. Okay.
Sorry.
So in this part of the show, we're going to get ready to go into our meditation moment. But from the Art of Living Institute, where we took a breathing exercise, we're going to do our breathing right now. And we want to include everyone in the studio also to be a part of the breathings that we're going to do. And after we do the breathing, we'll then go to our meditative reading. So here's how we do the breathing. Okay, we're going to breathe in through our nose, not mouth, nose. So you breathe in through your nose, okay, to the count of six. Then you hold it to the count of six. Then you exhale to the count of eight. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get
Got
ready
it.
to do the breathing. Here we go. Breathe in. And release through your nose. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Let's do two more. You ready? Start. Okay, we're going to do one more. Hold. Release. Very good. Very good. Very good. For the next part of our meditation, we're going to go to our meditative reading. Now that let's see here now. That meditative reading I'm going to give to you right now. Okay. Okay. The reading for today, our meditation is I am amped up. I am amped up. I am amped up. As we grow, our spiritual wattage should increase. Amp up your internal electrical system. Breathe into the life and love of pure spirit. Oh, that's beautiful. Breathe into the light and love of true spirit. The electric vehicle has an electrical charger to maintain its power. When it runs out of currency, its driver plugs it in at a charging station. You have an internal charging station. Ha! Rest, nourishment will amp you up. If environments are draining your energy, amp up your energy. Change your environment. You are personal inspiration will charge you. The I am that I am is my electrical current. I rest, breathe, and think healthy, stimulating thoughts to maintain my growth. I am charged by my internal electrical system. My light is at full wattage. Ooh, that's beautiful. I'm excited and enthusiastic about my life. Thank you, strength around me through the Christ within. And so it is. Our scripture reading for today is Ephesians 3:17, which says, that Christ may dwell in your inner man by faith and in your hearts by love, strengthening your understanding and your own foundation. Okay, very well. Our scripture reading is and daily thought is from a church in the United States called Hillside Chapel and International Truth Center, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. If you find yourself in Atlanta, Georgia on a Sunday, you want to go to Hillside. It's a church that sits high up on the hill. And when you arrive there, you'll receive so much inspiration. So much inspiration. And when you do get there, please tell them the Queen Mother sent you. Okay? Very well. All right. I want to make a shout out to some more people tuning in today. I want to make a shout out to Sarah and the girls tuning in from Dubai, Dr. Willie Butler from Louisiana, Professor Al Gaskins from Ohio, Brother Chess and Lila tuning in from New York City. Hey, 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 it's time for you to hit that like, share, and comment button. Go ahead, hit it right now and send us a message. Okay, so right now we're going to go into the second part of our show for today. And as we are doing that, I want to play something for you. Just a moment. Just a moment. I wanted to do this for you earlier, but we're going to do it now. Well, I'm having fun, y'all. Like I say, it's my birthday. It's my birthday,
Hey,
and I'm going to celebrate all year. So
hey,
now,
Queen Mother, you had to do that. And thank you so much for that electrifying meditation.
yes.
And we are going to have fun because it is your birthday. Happy
Yay, yay, yay.
birthday.
Yay.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. This is Women's History Month. It is an annual declared month that highlights women's contributions, that highlights the contributions of women to events in history and contemporary society. It is celebrated during the month of March in the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia. corresponding with International Women's Day on March 8th. And during October in Canada, with the celebration of Persons Day on October 18th. The commemoration began in 1978 as Women's History Day in Sonoma County, California, and was championed by Gerda Lerner and the National Women's History Alliance to be recognized as a national week in 1980. And then month 1987 in the United States, spreading international after that. It is recognized annually from March 1st through March 31st and it has been observed for 36 years since 1987. The 2023 theme is celebrating women who tell our stories. We hear from two brave souls, male Moses and female Mercy, on what the trafficking experience was like and how it feels to be free.
All right.
Mercy and Jeru, the enthusiastic individual, is confident and articulate, recognizable, ability to work with others to achieve set goals and outcome. Young yet mature, with developed employability skills, which has been tested and demonstrated through her engagement in social activities. Mercy says, I am a motivated individual, keen to create awareness on the impact of human trafficking. Everyone will get knowledge, and I take personal stand to help them understand what is human trafficking. Through my awareness creation, I believe the whole world will be a better place to live. Key strengths include effective communication, both verbally and written, team leadership, computer literacy, and cooperation. Mercy, thank you for joining us, and it has been my pleasure to introduce you. Moses, born August 1990 in Machacos County, Moses was able to study and complete his zero levels between 1997 to 2009. In 2011, he was able to secure a job at Malay's Wholesalers as an offloader in their store, and later moved to the supermarket as a cashier and grew to cashier's supervisor up to 2014. I was able to secure a job outside the country in Saudi Arabia in a remote industrial town here where he worked in a chicken farm until 2018. Thanks be to God, he was able to come back home after an illness due to unfavorable working conditions, and managed to join the Kenya Institute of Management to study supply chain management, which is still in progress. In October 2022, I was successfully able to join a team which proceeded to Qatar, courtesy of FIFA, for the World Cup crowd management. I'm a motivated individual keen to obtain employment. Key strengths include articulate written and verbal communication, teamwork, and computer literacy. Back to you, Queen.
Oh, thank you
Queen.
so very much. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring in our guest in house, and we're gonna have a discussion. As Coach Rakaya has stated, this is Women's History Month, and the theme is women telling their stories. So we brought on a woman today by the name of Mercy, who's going to share her story with you. But we also brought a young man because sometimes people think that it's only women who gets caught up in these types of things. But he's here to tell you and share with you that they take more than just women. They also take young girls, they also take young boys, and they also take babies. So we are so I don't even know the right word to use, Mercy and Moses, to have you in studio today. But what we are about is public awareness. And it is our hope and our intention someone who's watching the show today will learn something that will keep them human trafficking free. Human trafficking free. So, Mercy, will you start off by telling us what your life was like and the things that you were doing before the uh, the trafficking? Tell me what were you doing before then?
First, first of all, before I start with my story, I want to thank you, Mother Queen, for having me and for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank you, the coach. I want to thank you, Heart Kenya team, for giving me this opportunity to tell my story. And here is my story. My story began in 2017 after I have completed my high school level. I was staying at home. I didn't have any job. This time I had my mom with me and my dad, my young brother, and I. I have other sisters, but they are married. On 2017, my mom passed away, and this is the beginning of my
Oh,
story now. When my mom passed away, uh,
mm,
he was the only breadwinner in the family. And when she passed away, it was really tough for us because now uh, my dad couldn't work. Until now, my dad cannot work because he has some health issues. So I was left, me, my
mm,
younger brother, and my dad. Situation got tough because we had nobody to feed us. So I had to take the responsibilities of my mom. I would go work in some farms, those people who own big lands in my village, and I would get something for us to eat and more, for my brother also because
mhm,
he was still at school. Uh, we completed 2017
mhm,
where we struggling here and there to get food, to place food on the table. And finally, my brother, I couldn't manage to raise the school fees for him, so he had to drop out of the school. At the end of that year, a friend of mine
mm,
came back in the village. I could hear from the villagers that she had traveled to Saudi Arabia, but she came back healthy without any issue. She had completed her contract, and when she came, she told me, "Hey, why are you struggling so much here? Yet there are opportunities up there. I can connect you with someone who will take you to Saudi Arabia to work, and by that you will be able to take care of your family. You'll be able to take your brother back to school, and so on." So
mhm,
being looking at how the situation was on my side, I was so vulnerable.
mhm,
I felt that maybe this is a good opportunity for me to go. I will be able to take care of my dad. I will be able to take care of my brother, and I will be able to take care of myself also. So this lady connected me with some agent. I went and met the agent, and we prepared my documents to go to for traveling. I didn't even stay for a month before the agent called me and told me that, oh, you are supposed to come in Nairobi. There are some documents you're supposed to sign, and you will be traveling later that week, the week that he called. So when I came to Nairobi, they handed me over a contract written in Arabic and one translated with English. So I sent the one that was translated. The job was in Qatar, and it was they told me here the job was it was an opportunity for a waitress. So I signed, and my day of traveling came. I traveled, and I reached to Qatar, Doha in Qatar. Uh, this time I was excited because it was my first time to get out of the country and also to board a plane. So
yeah,
I felt that I am having a good opportunity. When I reached Doha, Qatar,
mhm,
my agent had told me earlier that there is someone who is gonna pick me up and take me to my working place. So I had to wait in the airport. I stayed there for 4 days until I reached out to my agent. I told her, hey, you told me someone was to come and pick me, and until now there's no one. There's no one who has come here. There's no food here. There's no water. There's nothing. I am just staying in a small room without. There's no proper ventilation. It's everything is stuffy. She told me, okay, let me try to reach the person
Mm.
who is coming to take you. After another day, she called me the following day. Now the fifth day, she told me, okay, someone is coming to pick you up. Prepare your things. There's someone who is coming to pick you up to take you to where you will be working. So I prepared myself, and for sure, after
Mm.
like 1 hour, somebody came. It was a man. He came and took me to
Mm.
us it's like an office. When I went to that office, they started
Mhm.
giving me some papers to sign, but written in Arabic. I declined because I told them that I cannot sign a document that is written in a language that I cannot understand unless you bring me the
Uh-huh.
translation. That's when I will sign. So they
Mm-hmm.
started
Good for you.
becoming yeah, they started becoming like they want to start threatening me, some things of the kind. And later on they brought the contract, now a translated one. They told me I have to sign that. I read the contract, and it was written that I am supposed to do a housekeeping job. I told them no. In my country, I didn't sign for this job. I signed for a waitress job in a hotel, in a certain hotel, not a housekeeping job. The man became very hungry and
Mm.
started telling me, now your
Mm-hmm.
agent misled you. This is the type of job you're going to do. You're going to work in a house with kids. You're going to take care of kids and an old woman. Uh, Client, and it become a really bad
Mm.
problem. So I had to accept what they said because they were already telling me that there's nothing you can do now because you're already here.
Mm.
You have to abide by our rules. You have to do what we want. You have to work where we will take you. I said, okay, because I am already out of my country and I don't want to go back there because of the problems that are back here at home. I want my brother, my greatest
Mm-hmm.
desire was to take back my brother to school and to make sure my dad was okay. So I accepted the
Mm-hmm.
offer. And after I accepted, there was still more troubles. They started telling me that now your work is not here in Qatar. You will have to travel again to Lebanon after 1 week. That is where your madam is. This time I felt really that now they are getting into my nerves. I told them no, it's better now I go back to my country because my agent has told me that I am coming to work in Qatar and there is no way I will travel again in another country that I didn't sign. They threatened me, and the person that came to pick me,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that is someone who has high ranks in Qatar. Uh, Regarding the raw issues and the police because everyone would listen to what he is saying. So he told me you have to travel to where my wife
Mm-hmm.
is, and she's in Lebanon, and that is where you're going to work. So I didn't have options. I didn't have any word I could say because at this time they were really harassing me. They could even not give me food until I accept what they want. They could not show me the
Mm.
restroom until I had to accept what they want. So this time I felt
Mm.
that I am really weak and I felt confused also because it was my first time. I didn't have knowledge on traveling. I didn't have anything. So I accepted. And after 1 week, I was taken to Lebanon to where this woman was now in the house where I was supposed to start working. After a while, when I reached to Lebanon, that madam told me that okay, you will be taking care of my kids and my mom and my sister's kids and herself now. She showed me the work that I'll be
Oh.
doing and my place where I'll be sleeping and things like that. But after some few days,
Uh-huh.
they started mistreating me. They started making me work without food. without having enough rest. I would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would sleep at 2 a.m. in the morning. There was no enough time to sleep. There was no food. I started
Mm,
getting sick, and she could not take me to the hospital. She could not, she would only give me painkillers, and that's all. She will care less about how I am feeling. She would make me work when I am sick. She would shout at me. They would even beat me, her and his brothers. Um, I had to stay there because I had no option. I had no
mm,
one to cry to. The first time to run away, it was that time that they beat me up and
mm,
I ran away. I went to the police station, reported the issue, but there was nothing that was done. I reported, and the same evening she came back and she came to the police station and took me back to the house without anything being done, without any solution provided, without anything. When I went back, it was really bad for me because they could do all sort of things to me. They could harass me. They could beat me up. The kids would even pee on me. They would say all kind of bad words to me. Until one time, I decided
mm,
to escape from the house. I didn't know that country very well.
mm,
I didn't know anyone who could host me. I just
mm,
ran away without knowing where I am going. Luckily enough, one taxi driver
mm,
uh, stopped by the road because I ran away at around 3 a.m. in the morning when there was still darkness. So when this man saw me crying alongside the road, he stopped by and asked me what the problem is. He was not fluent in English, so I didn't understand so much about what he was asking me, but I could get some few words, the English one that he was using. He asked me
okay.
where I want to go. And remember, for the 3 months that I worked in that house, I didn't get my salary. She would make me sign a document that she has given me my salary and then show me the money, but she will not give me the money. She would tell me, when you want to send money to your country, I will give you the money that day and I will take you to send. But every time I tell her, okay, today can I please go and send money to my dad because he need to get medicine back at home and my brother needs school fees. She would always say tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Tomorrow will never come until I gave up on asking about my
Uh-huh.
salary. But already there was a document I was signing that she had already given me the money. So when I took her to the police, she gave them that receipt and told the police that this girl is claiming that I don't pay her. This is a receipt of payment. I pay her on time. I give her everything. I give her food, and the police, of course,
Mm,
they will listen to her and not me. So when I ran away and this taxi driver took me, uh, he drove away with me, even without knowing where I am going. I just sat on that car without even caring where I will go. But I felt good. I ran out of that house because
mm,
my condition was really bad. The driver took me to some place. I guess that he would see black girls there in the place that he took me. There were so many black girls. But when we reached there, he told me that okay, you will just stay here, and maybe you will find someone from your country who will help me. Who will help you because there are so many black women in this estate. So I sat there and
mhm,
waited for someone to come to my rescue. And at around 9 a.m. in the morning, there was one Sierra Leone girl who came where I was seated and asked me what the problem was because I was really crying. I was in deep pain. I had pain from all over my body. She asked me what the problem is and where I am from. I explained everything that happened, and she
mm,
told me, okay, I know one Kenyan girl. I will take you to her place, and you will maybe from there she can be able to help you. I told her I don't want to go to anyone. I just want you to show me where the embassy for Kenya is here in Beirut. She told me no, here there's no Kenyan embassy. But I believe when you go to this girl, she will be able to help you. I accepted and I followed her. She told me that tomorrow, the following day, is the day that she will take me to this girl. And I accepted. I went with her in her house. She made food. This was the very first time for me to eat good food from the time I entered that country. And I really felt that I was comfortable with her. I told her, I shared with her my story. And the following day, she took me to this girl, to this Kenyan girl. Uh, when this girl told me, she welcomed
Mm-hmm.
me well. I stayed there for a week, and she told me, now you have to look for a job because you cannot be sitting in the house. We have bills to pay. We have house rent. We have electricity bill. We have water bill to pay. So I will find you a job, or I will show you the kind of job that I am doing, and you will join me,
Mm-hmm.
or you will get another job. If you don't like my job, you will get another job and do it, and that way we will be able to share costs, the bills in the house. I accepted because also I needed money to send back to my family. So later in that evening, the same week that the girl was telling me about looking for a job, she told me until now she didn't get any job, but she will introduce me to her job. We will work with her
Mm-hmm.
until we find another job for me now. I accepted. And at night, I used to see this girl. She's going out at night and come in the evening. At night, she would go out at night and come back in the morning hours. So I thought that she was
Mm-hmm.
having a night shift somewhere in a hotel or somewhere, or in a boutique or something. So when she gave me the dresses to the clothes that I was supposed to wear so that I can follow her to her workplace, I felt that something was really off with this work because the kind of dress code was not really good for anyone to go and work somewhere in public. But I didn't question. I just wore the dress and we went out. We went now to go to her workplace. We boarded a cab for about 30 minutes. We were dropped off the road and we stood there along the road. After like some 10 minutes, I got the courage to ask this girl what kind of job she's doing because now we are standing on the road stranded. I cannot see any restaurant around there open. I am only seeing cars and maybe some cafe. She told me, now we will just stand here and you will see the kind of job that I am doing. So we stood by the roadside. And the moment we stood by the roadside, the car started stopping and asking how much money we want. This is the time I knew that she was doing prostitution. So
Uh-huh.
she
Okay.
trained me with that so that I can also join her with this business. Uh, and these people, these Arabs, they really know someone who is new in this business because when I went out on the road for the first time, it's like every man wanted to have me. So this girl would really become happy because she would be the one to hold the money, and I will go sleep with the men, and we will get some money, a good amount of money. So when the first, okay, I will call them the first customer for the lack of a better word. When the first customer approached us,
Mm-hmm.
the girl told me, okay, you will go with this man in the house, you will do everything that he wants, I will hold your money, you will go and do everything that the man wants, and later you will come back and we will continue. This time I didn't decline because I had already executed a plan of escaping. So I knew that when I went with this man, I will just reach in the house and tell the man that I have got forgotten something downstairs, and I will go and I'll never to come back. So when this
Mm-hmm.
man parked the car, the house that they were the house that was I was to go with the man was not far away from the road. It's like it was like a
Okay.
more of a brothel but it was used by so many girls, not one. They would share. So when I went with this man, we reached in the house and I told the man, "Oh, I have forgotten to bring some protection with me. So you will just give me some few minutes. I will rush down and get the protection and I will come back. We finish what we had to do and I will get back to the girl where the girl was." So when I went, I went downstairs. I didn't come back. I went completely. This time I am going also. I am going out. I don't know also where I am going. I just went
I'm going.
without any
Wow.
destination. I am just walking on the road without a specific destination until I reached somewhere under a bridge and I sat down there. It's still at night. I sat down under a bridge and that became my new home under a bridge. Thank goodness that it was summertime. There was no rain, there was no cold. It was only heat. So I was okay with sleeping there under the bridge.
Okay.
And
Okay. Okay.
I was hoping that I would get some help. So I stayed under that bridge for almost 1 week, and I would get food from well wishers. Where I was, there was an old man who was selling coffee and some snacks around. So this man would call me and give me a cup of coffee in the morning and some little snack, and I would survive on that until the following day. Maybe someone else would come and give me something, some fruit or something. Until one day, there was a man who came by my side and told me that, "Hey, what are you doing here under the bridge? I have seen you several days here. Do you sleep here?" I told him, "Yes, I don't have anywhere to go." He told me, "There are so many black girls in this area. Why don't you go to one of them?" I told them I don't know any one of them, and the one that I know, I don't want to go to her house because we are not really in good terms. The man told me,
Mm.
"Okay, if you are comfortable, I would offer to help you. I would find some part-time jobs for you, and you would work." I told him that I cannot work because I don't have a place to go come back to. I don't have a place to sleep, and he offered to take me to his house. He told me, "Okay, don't worry, I will take you to my
Hmm.
house. I cannot do you any harm. I will take you to my house. You will be working from my house. I will be
Mm.
taking you to your part-time jobs, and I will be dropping off and taking you back in the house." I accepted because for sure it was too much for me. I couldn't hold to sleep outside like an
Yeah.
orphan,
Being
like
under the
someone.
bridge.
So
Mm.
yeah, so I accepted this offer and I went with the man. When we reached to his house, there were some other four girls, two Ethiopian girls and two Philippine girls, and I was the fifth girl now. We would sleep together with these girls, and the man for sure he would take us to a place where we would do part-time jobs like house cleaning, cleaning the offices, cleaning the restaurants, things like that. And later in the evening, he would also pick us up.
Hmm.
But he would always caution us to every time we see police, we have to hide because we don't have proper documents. Personally, my documents were with my
Hmm.
employers. I didn't take She took them from me the moment I arrived in Beirut. So I didn't have any documentation with me.
Hmm.
And also, even if I had them, the residency ID was from Qatar. So it couldn't help me there in Beirut. So this man helped us for a while until the four girls moved out of his house and I was left alone. I didn't know where they went, but the man told me that
Oh.
they have gathered enough money to be able to rent their house, and he has released them so that they can go and stay together and work from there. And bearing in mind that they had more than 1 year there, I believed. I believed what he was telling me. So when I was left, uh,
Okay.
I worked for I worked for 1 month, and he started telling me now, "Okay, now you have stayed here for 5 months. I believe that you have enough money to be able also to rent your own house because I have hosted for you for the 5 months. you will have now to walk out of my house and go find somewhere you can be able to rent a house you can afford. I told him, no, I cannot because you
mm,
didn't tell me this
mm,
earlier. I was sending all of my
mm,
money back at my family back in Kenya. He told me, no, it's now you have only two options. It's either you go back to the street to do prostitution, or either you accept you be my wife and I will be able to host you here. You will work
mm,
without anyone bothering you. And if you will not accept this, you will have to take your things and go find somewhere else you can stay. I felt really bad for myself. I started hating myself this time because I knew that
mm.
the moment I will step out of that house, I
No.
will just go back. I will go straight to the road to start doing prostitution. There is no other option. So I started contemplating if I will take his offer
Mm,
or if I will go back to do prostitution or what should I do. Sorry, sometimes emotions overwhelm me, but I do not cry
mm,
because it's still hurting. I cry because I came out of that situation without killing myself and without killing my son also. So I accepted this
mm.
offer. I accepted to stay with him because in
Hallelujah.
my mind I felt that it's better I stay with him. This it's only one man than to go outside and start selling my body for money and this money I will be sending back to my family. It's really sad. So I said, okay, let me do this because I don't have an option. So I stayed in the house, and now he moved from his room. He came to my room where I was sleeping. So uh, even without me wanting, I had to accept what he wants because this time it was really sad for me. It was really difficult for me to go to the street. I felt that I felt my self-esteem has gone down really bad. So I accepted it over. And a few
Mm,
months, I got pregnant for him. This is where now I started feeling suicidal. I started feeling that I don't want this baby. I took every kind of medicine. I overdosed myself so that I can get rid of this baby because I felt that really this is not me. He has ruined my life. My life has completely changed. Uh, but the moment I took those medicines, there was nothing that was happening. Clearly, this was not God's plans for me. So the baby was still intact. I was still healthy. There's nothing that happened. I tried this for almost 3 times, but nothing really happened until the fifth month when now
mm,
the situation started changing. I guess because of the drugs that I had taken, that I overdosed myself. In the fifth month, they started bringing the effects. I started having effects. I started bleeding. I started getting sick, and I felt yes, this is what I want.
mm,
I want this. I
mm.
want to get rid of this baby. I don't want to give birth. I don't want the baby because I want to restructure my life. I
Yeah,
want to get money to be able to stand on my own, to be able to
yeah,
help my family.
yeah,
So I felt
yeah.
that if this baby, if I get rid of this baby, I will be able to go back to work and I will be able to get more money. So in the fifth month, when I started bleeding, I was taken to the hospital. And lucky enough, let me call it luck because clearly this was God planned. This was God's plan. I was taken to the hospital and I was under medication for that 1 month until I completed the 6th month. So this time I was heavily pregnant. When I came back to the house, I had stabilized my health and come back to normal. I was okay. So I went back to the house. I stayed for another 2 weeks, and again I started bleeding again. I felt okay, this is again another chance. This baby will soon gonna come out, and I will go back to work. This is what I wished for. I wished that I would never give birth. So when I went back to the hospital, the doctor held me. He said that now I cannot go back to the house. I will stay in the hospital until I deliver. So the seventh month came, and
Mm,
I gave birth to my baby prematurely through a C-section because it was premature. I didn't give birth normally. I went to the theater. I went to theater
Mm,
and I was operated, and my baby was okay, and I was also okay. I stayed in the hospital
okay.
for 1.5 weeks. After I have given birth, I stayed for 1.5 weeks, and I was discharged. I went back to the house with my baby. Still, this feeling of killing him, of killing myself, was still in my mind. I felt that maybe I will just strangle him, and I will just strangle him and kill him, and nobody will know that I killed my baby, or I will just throw him away, and no one will know, because literally I didn't even tell my family back here that I was pregnant. I didn't tell them I gave birth to a baby boy. I didn't tell anyone. I was literally alone with in this and with my baby daddy. It was only my baby daddy that knew that I had the baby. So I felt that maybe I will kill him and I will get away
Mm,
with it. No one will know. But as the time went by, this mother love started dripping inside of me. I started feeling that no, I cannot kill my baby. It's better I kill myself and I will leave the baby with him. Sometimes I would feel no, I want to kill the baby and I will escape from this house. But uh, at some point I would feel that no, I want to keep my baby and I want to travel back to
mhm.
my country with the baby. uh, these thoughts kept on running in my mind until sorry, until one time I decided that no, I will just have to keep this baby. Maybe this is what God wants of me. He wants me to raise this baby, whether with his father or without. I will choose to keep him. So I started erasing this thought of getting suicidal, this thought of killing my baby. I started getting rid of it, and I would find something else to do instead of, when every time this thought came to my mind, I would find something else to distract myself and to keep myself busy. So when my baby was almost 2 months, there was a girl that I had befriended when I was doing part-time job before I became pregnant. I called her and I told her that,
Uh-huh.
oh, my life has been a mess. I feel that I want to travel back to my country, but I don't know how. And this girl told me, oh, there are some Kenyan girls protesting outside the consulate office, the girls without proper documentations. They want to go back home. Maybe
Mhm.
this is a chance you can get. You can go there, register yourself, and maybe you'll be able to go back to your country. I told the girl to direct me to where the consulate office was. And throughout the period that I stayed in Lebanon, I never knew that there was a consulate office until this day. This day, the girl, that Sierra Leone girl, told me that
Mm,
there are some Kenyan girls protesting. So when she gave me directions to where the office was, I didn't go that day because my wound, I had not healed completely from my wound. I still had pain because I gave birth to my baby through a C-section. So I was still under pain, and I was still going through medications after giving birth. I was not in a stable condition to go outside. So after 2 days, I requested the girl to bring me to order a taxi for me to take me to that place so that at least I can register myself uh, so that I can come back to my country. The girl connected me with one of the taxi driver. He came and took me to that place. And this time I was really hiding because I didn't want my baby daddy to know that I want to travel to my country, because I was very sure that he will not make me travel with the baby. It's either he will take the baby away
wow.
from me, or maybe he will do something bad, because already it was not a marriage. I was not married. I was just kept there He kept using me just to satisfy himself and for his own gains. So when I went to the consulate the first day, I was not lucky to get myself registered to come back. It was only 1 hour. I had only 1 hour to go and come back. So I didn't want to stay there for so long because I was afraid this man will come back to the house and he will start causing problems to me. So I came back. And the following day, I also went. And this now the second day I succeeded in registering myself to travel back. And when the process was initiated for me to travel, problems began because I don't know how this man knew that I had plans to travel. He took the baby away from me. I don't know where he took him to. I was left in the house without a baby. I am supposed to breastfeed.
Oh,
Uh, I couldn't
Mm.
breastfeed my baby because already he has taken the baby away from me to some places I don't know where. So uh, I kept on pleading with him at least to give me the baby so that I can breastfeed because this time my breast was really hurting me, but he could not reason.
mm,
So the consulate, the consulate called me and told me that I was supposed to travel with the first group that was selected. And I told him that I had a baby with me. First time was when I was registering myself, I didn't mention the baby. So he knew that I was alone. But this time that he called me to the office, I explained to him my situation. I told
ah,
him that I have a baby with me and I cannot travel and leave my baby alone. I have to travel with him. He told me, okay, now all what we need is the father to come and sign a document, and when he accepts to sign this document, you'll be able to travel with your baby. When he refuses to sign this document, there is no way that you're going to travel with this baby. You're going to leave him here. Oh, I didn't know what to do. I went back in the house.
mm,
Uh, until this time, I don't know where the baby is. I tried to convince him to tell him that I just want to travel to go see, to take the baby to my dad, for dad to see the baby and I will come back. But he could not reason to me. So I was really, I really
mm,
fell into it. Like I fell into depression until this girl again told me that okay, Mercy, where I am working, my employer is a lawyer. Maybe I will introduce you to her and she will be able to help you. I didn't mind. I told him, okay, please can you link me to her so that I can see if there is any way that she can help me. And the girl accepted. So this lawyer offered to meet me so that I can tell my story. The lawyer came and we met. I explained everything to her. She took me to the hospital so that I can get medication to make my breast to stop producing a lot of milk because it was really hurting me this time. After that, she asked me about my story. I explained, and she told me, okay, I will help you, but the only the only option that you have got so that this thing will be successful is to get out of that man's house so that I can be able to help you. Because when this man knows that I am going to help you, that I am helping you, he may cause something, he may do something bad to you. So you have to look for somewhere to go until we complete the process. This time now you can we can get in touch with him to know where the baby is, and she assured me that I will travel back in my country with my baby. So I asked this girl if she can host me, and she accepted. So I moved from his place to to this Larion girl's house. I went there. I stayed there for 1 week. Still, my process for traveling was still ongoing. The lawyer was still following up on the case. And when my date for traveling came, I was to travel on the first date that they offered me to travel back was in August 10th, but I was not able to travel back because this time we didn't know where the baby was. We kept on calling him. He would decline our calls. He would go off from. You would call his number. You could not reach him. So I didn't travel that August 10. I was scheduled another flight on 6th of September. 1 week to my traveling date, the lawyer, I think through the investigations that he was doing, the lawyer knew where the baby was, and he involved the police to get the baby from him. He was forced to sign the documents, and but he brought the baby to me the day that I was traveling. The same day I was traveling, he brought the baby in the airport to me. That same day, I was happy because even if he brought the baby without anything, without clothes, without anything, I was happy to have
Mm,
my baby back. And I was happy because I knew that I would go back with my baby. I didn't care what people will come here, or what people will say, how people will judge me. I just, felt very happy. I traveled back in my country. This time the baby was on formula milk because I couldn't breastfeed anymore. The milk had now I couldn't because of the medications that I took there. I couldn't breastfeed him. So when I came back, he was totally taking formula milk. When I came back, I didn't have any money to to be able to afford this milk here in Kenya. So I depended on my sisters, even though they are married and also they are not so well off. They are not
mhm,
stable also, but they would help me here and there. They would buy me some milk. Sometimes I would get the normal milk, the one that we get from the cow, and I will just boil it and give it to him. And that's how I survived. When I came back, I didn't have any money. So I asked my sister
mm,
to lend me some little money so that I can get something to do here, so that I can be able to sustain myself and the baby. My sister gave me some few coins, and I was able to set up a small business, a small general shop that I parted. One section was where I placed my stuffs for selling, and the other part is where I slept with the baby on the same room. But I had portioned it somehow that you could not know that there was someone sleeping inside. One section was the shop, and the other one I could use it to sleep there with my baby. I tried that business for a while, but
mm,
still it was not enough because also my dad, even when I came back here, he didn't believe that I didn't have money. He still thought that maybe I had some savings with me. And there is this African mentality that people have, that they see that when you have a white baby from a white man, they think that you have a lot of money. They think that this man is supporting me, you is giving you money. So I had no one to run to. I
mhm,
was broke. No one would listen to my story. They would think that I am lying. So I didn't even tell anyone my story,
mhm,
even my own sisters. I didn't tell them because I felt that they will start judging me. They will not believe me. They will say all kind of things. So I didn't tell anyone about my story. I was breaking inside of me,
mm,
but I cannot share. I felt I could not share this with no one. So I kept it by myself. It kept on bothering me until Heart Kenya came to my rescue. I was enrolled for a
mhm.
therapy. I went through the therapy session, and I was okay I became okay with sharing.
Okay,
The more I share this story, the more I feel that I am getting relieved. Until I came to my senses, that, and I said that, hey, now I
okay.
have my son, I have my brother back in school. Now I have to focus. I have to get something to do. I cannot just sit here and sympathize with myself. I have to find something to do. And so after I completed the therapy session, Hart also offered to take me to a college to do cosmetology. When I went to the college, I went to the college. I was
Uh-huh.
this time I was able to even before I went to the college, I was able to raise some few coins for myself. I would be able to cater for my rent, to feed my baby, to feed myself. Even though this time I was not stable enough to help my dad and my brother, at least for myself and for my son, we were okay. So Heart offered to take me back to school. I went back to school, and they catered for everything. They catered for where I
Mm-hmm.
slept. They catered for my basic need. They catered for my transport from my place to school until I completed. And when I completed the school, I started hustling here and there. I would do freelance. Even up to now, I have clients who call me, and I would go to their house and do their hair and do their nails, and I would get money from there. So this time now in
Okay.
my life, all I want in my life now is to give
Okay.
my son the best, to be the best mom in his life, to give him the best foundation. He is now 3 years and he has already joined school. I am really grateful because I came back.
Mm.
I didn't kill myself. I didn't kill my baby. I am very grateful. And I am grateful for Heart Kenya because it is that organization that
Mm.
enabled me to realize myself and to raise my self-esteem back to its normal. Thank you.
Mm. Mercy,
Wow.
I tell you, beloved, oh, I there. What I was thinking, Mercy, is how are you handling this emotionally? How did you get through it emotionally? No way, no help, no nothing.
For sure, Mother Queen,
And
this
I don't
was
even know if
really
you want to share
difficult for
that
me.
today, but I do want people to hear. Okay, okay.
Sorry,
What
would
did
you
you
pardon, please?
do? How
Sorry,
to
pardon the
get you
question.
through it? What affirmation you use to help you? Huh?
I cannot get you clearly, Mother Queen, please.
Say that again,
Uh,
Mercy.
Queen Dashanaba, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Okay.
Queen
I'm
Dashanaba,
asking.
we can't hear
Oh,
you.
I can put it on the screen. I'm not
Could you
saying
please pose
anything.
the question again? Okay.
Mercy, she wants to know
Okay. You can't
how
hear me
did
now?
you, how were you able to sustain yourself mentally? How were you able to, what were some of the tools that you utilized to keep you going, to keep you going?
Okay, this is really a very difficult question for me, but I feel that it was by grace of God that I was able to control my emotion, to be able to get through it. And also, when this baby came, the
Mm.
baby motivated me. That I felt that now I am a mother. I need to be responsible for my. Okay, I will call them mistakes because. This is the better one that I can use now. I said that I have to be accountable for my mistakes, and I have to take care of my son now. There's no one else who can be able to take care of him more than me. So I really have to compose myself, regardless of how I felt, regardless of how suicidal I became. This baby kept me going. When I looked at him, I knew that there was a life I need to take care of.
You exuded great tenacity, resolve, um, determination,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Amazing.
s- um,
Hmm.
um, strength, courage, um, and the will to live, no matter what, in spite of, and
The
that's
will to live.
the will to live.
The will.
Resilience,
And I wanted a story.
the inner
Can you
resolve
hear me?
that, yeah, go ahead, sorry, Dash, go ahead.
No, I wanted us to hear you. You can't hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you
we can
hear
hear
Yeah,
you
me?
but
now.
yeah,
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
yes. See,
Yes.
I know it's a painful story, Mercy. Okay. A painful story, Mercy, but we needed to hear it because I don't know who all's tuning in to this, but I wanted them to hear how you were able to make your way through it. See, often when we are going through things, we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. We can't see. And when we can't see, it makes us feel there's nothing there. And then we give up hope and then we go somewhere else. So I wanted people to hear what did you use, as Coach has said, with your tools. And you're saying basically it's just the grace of God because you didn't know from one moment to the next. What?
yeah.
Yeah, because
and
we
and
all get
and
in
and
difficult situations. Coach, go ahead.
it's quite a story, Mercy. I'm so sorry that this happened to you.
It's okay.
Um, we just have to forgive and let go and move on. And I believe that you should write a book because people need to hear this. And like Sister Dashanaba was saying, you were in a dark, dark, dark place, very dark place, but you found the tenacity and the fortitude to fight through. And perhaps your story would be an inspiration to others that are in such a dark place, believing and thinking that there's an end. In other words, wanting to commit suicide. And but there isn't, because as long as there's breath, there's life. And
Yes,
that's what you um exuded and fought through. That every day that you woke up, it was a gift for you to fight and push forward. Bravo,
thank you.
All
bravo.
right, all right.
And that's God.
Um,
And that's God.
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you for
Mercy, yeah, thank you for sharing the
thank you for
story.
sharing.
Yeah, if you think of anything else, because what we want people to get is what did you use? Where's the noise coming from?
Hold on.
Shut down your mic, mute yourself. I want people to hear what it took to get through it, Mercy, which is what you've given us. Now, we were hoping to hear from both you and Moses, but I didn't have the courage to interrupt your story. I didn't have the courage, and we needed to hear it. So we have a choice, Moses. I don't know your schedule. We can reschedule you back to first guest next week to hear your
We can.
story.
Hello.
Yes, we're
Hope you can
listening.
hear me.
Yes.
Uh, Mercy's story is very touching, and at some point, it brings emotions. I've gone several meetings with her. I know her very well. She is a very courageous lady.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, all I can say, sometimes you listen to what ladies go out there, and you feel like a man. Like what you went through it was like nothing.
Mm.
Let me just simplify it that way. It feels like it was nothing, according to what some ladies have narrated their stories. I've had several stories. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot even go through the story the whole time. You just break down and you leave. You just wonder, where's the world going? Where's the humanity? Where is that
Mm-hmm.
aspect of wanting the other person to just live? Not anything else, just live. Let him go about
Mm-hmm.
his own things. Let him or her have
Mm-hmm.
have his place, has his part, his place in this world. Because I believe everyone comes in this world with a
Mm-hmm.
purpose, and everyone has to play his
Yes.
purpose according to how it is scripted, without being influenced by someone else to do some things that in naked eyes, it's not right even to
Brutal,
do to an
brutal.
animal. They are very cruel.
Mm, mm,
To that story of Mercy, it is just sad
mm,
to see like
mm.
there's a human being somewhere, and then to think of it that in the animal kingdom, humans, you are ranked the highest, and then this is
Mm.
what you do. It makes even the
This is
animals look like
what
they
you
are
do
better.
to another person.
And
Yeah.
on Facebook, they showed the elephant. A little animal fell into the river, and the elephant was screaming to get attention to the master to save the baby animal. And we're supposed to be of the highest intelligence and spiritual being. And where is the compassion? Where is the and what makes some of us believe that they're better than the rest? That and who gives them the authority to dehumanize and mistreat other human beings? I don't get it.
Mm, mm. I, yes, I have a question for you, Moses. We have
Yes.
overstayed the show time, maybe a little over 6, but we're now approaching 6:30. Can we have you back next
Uh,
week? Can we have both of you back next week? Because Moses, we
yeah,
want
you
to hear
can
your
have me
story.
next week.
Will
Yeah,
you
you
be
can
able to
have
be with
me
us?
next week.
Okay, Mercy. Mercy, will you be with us next week?
Yeah, yeah, sure, I will.
His story as well. And after we've
Yes.
listened to both stories, then we want to take time to talk about what HAART is. What HAART is, and
Yeah.
how each of us can play a part with Heart. Heart is the organization that has come to rescue our men and our women from these treacherous situations. So at the beginning and at the end of the day, Queen Mother are having them on the show so that you can get to know what you can do to help if you so choose. Because you don't know. I mean, there's so many of our young girls now, and look how it changed her life. So we want to hear from both of them again. And we also want um, to talk about heart and what does heart do. And I know that heart has 4 pillars. And we're going to talk about those next week. Now, if you choose not to be a part of helping human trafficking, that's fine because there's so many ways. There's so many ways and areas that we can help in. But I do through Queen Mother
And
Speak Show want
Queen,
to make you aware of how you can make a difference for this young
Queen,
woman and this young man.
Queen. We also want to know what Mercy and forgot the brother's name. Sorry,
Moses. Moses.
Moses. Moses.
Yes.
What are you guys doing? Are you active in heart? Are you
Moses,
working? Yeah, are you doing something to prevent that from happening to other people in your village and your community? Are
Uh
you are you active in the community in talking against human trafficking?
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's not,
I
yeah,
usually
yeah, it's not
No,
so much,
you can
excuse me, Mose,
you can
just
you
a
can
moment.
you can
It's not
you
so
can
much
answer
what
that
they can
next
do.
week.
okay.
We want to
Okay.
hear the story. We want to hear the story next week. And then we want to talk about an organization that's in
Right,
place to tell us,
right,
Coach Rukaya, what we can do with that. Yeah. I mean,
right.
Okay.
it's a full-fledged organization. There's several. but heart is the one that came to their heart. And so we're going to talk about that next week so that we can all learn what it is we can do. The part of Queen Mother Speak Show, the Queen Mother Speak Show is to inform, to ignite you, to become a part and do something. So yes, we'll feed into that part of it next week. Coach, we won't go into our mentions and things like that because there's not time. But let's close our show the way we always do. And thank you all for being here. And I just want to make a difference in the world. It is my hope and my prayer that somebody somewhere out there have heard something that can make a difference for them to not fall in, because we all go through tribulations, don't we? But in this case, we can learn from two who were victims to survivors. Thank you for being on the Queen Mother Speak Show. We're going to finish up next week. I will call the guests for next week and schedule them at a later day because we want to hear back from you and what that organization that's in place to help can do. So we're going to end the show the way we always do. But before we just end it, I want to say, Coach, anything else you want to say?
I just thank you so much. And you gave us quite a bit to think about. And I'm happy that you're fine and that your son is fine and everything is you're back to normal. Thank you.
Thank you
Asante.
too.
Medase. Medase.
Thank you too, Mother Queen. Thank you, Coach, for having us and for
Madasi is thank
especially
you in another language.
for
Madasi is
giving
thank
the
you in another
opportunity
language.
to
Yes,
tell my story.
yes,
Thank you so much. And thank you also to our audience.
yes,
For listening.
yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you
And
for
you
your
are
time.
what Women's History Month is about. Month is all about,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. I am aware of the Black Women Month. Uh, I am grateful for the show. I've been looking forward for the next week. Thank you for hosting us. Thank you for the people on the comments. I'm looking forward for the next week. Thank you for hosting us. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, and I would like to be in touch with you directly. So
Sorry,
you
I lost you, Queen Mother.
Queen. Queen, we can't hear you.
Queen,
Queen.
sound.
Queen.
to the where we always gonna take us. I'm not you to do, Rakaya. There's one thing for you to do. There's one thing for us to do before we go. Do you
My sister
see
Lady Mo
it?
wrote a birthday poem for me. Let's see
Coach,
if
will
we
you
can fit it in.
read?
Time to celebrate because it's your birthday. Time to dress up your Queen Mother attire. Queen Mother, are you going to dress up and go to the sea and pray under a big, beautiful tree in the motherland, paradise in Nairobi? Thanking God for allowing to experience and to see this amazing new year, 2023. I am so grateful for your sisterhood. And throughout the past 70 plus years, I can honestly say thank you. Happy birthday. Is there another one? The poem. Where's the poem?
Very good.
Where's the poem?
That's what she gave us. What you just read.
Oh,
You
okay.
just
She
read it.
wants you to. She wants you to go
That's
to
it.
the ocean, and this is critical, Queen Dashanaba. Go to the ocean and take a beautiful bath, spiritual bath, and pray under the big beautiful tree in the motherland paradise of Nairobi. Happy birthday, Queen. Blessed Earth-born
Thank you,
day.
thank you, thank you. Have a great day. Once again, this is Queen Mother Speaks. This is Queen Mother Speaks, and we thank you again for tuning in. Be with us again next week as we continue with the story of Mercy and Moses
And
and what
Moses.
they did to get out of harm's way, and who was there to help them. Who was there to help them?
And don't forget to
Every week
tune in
and
with
share
us
it with you
tomorrow.
here on.
Don't forget to tune in to Bunga
Yes,
Dada
go ahead.
Bunga tomorrow. Bunga Dada Bunga.
Okay. That show is at 7 p.m. on Thursday, Kenya time. You click on facebook.com/bunga.abunga. It's been a great day. Happy birthday.